we'll start. We'll look at some questions. So these are 10 questions. As always, the aim is not to overthink them. These just give us insight into the soul of photographer Tom. Okay.
I feel like we need to change like the background lights, and it's like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire
Yeah, but
situation.
I could always put the bed from Millionaire in, like the sort of
Yeah.
moody dun 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 that thing. Okay, so here we go. 10 questions. Question number 1: what makes a good photo?
Composition.
Okay. Question number 2:
Yeah,
describe your
composition and story.
style
Yeah.
in 5 words.
Uh Simplistic, geometric, uh driven by light. That's 5. There you go.
Yeah, perfect. Cool.
Technically got you
Uh,
there, yeah.
yeah, no, I'm doing the counting with my fingers. Um, best camera ever made.
Leica M3.
Nice, easy, no hesitation.
Easily. Easy. Well, I've got the that is the
Yes,
viewfinder out of an M3, so I've kind of it has to be.
yes, it's tattooed on your arm. That's cool. Okay, best
Yeah.
focal length.
50 mil.
Okay,
Again, M3 has to.
yeah, yeah. It's a shame you were right and then you were wrong. People or play? I'm kidding.
Well,
Sorry, not the time for it, Ian. People or places?
people.
Best
Yeah.
place to make a photo?
Uh in the moment, which is
Oh,
very
I like
philosophical.
that. Yes, no, that's really good. Oh, I like that one. Uh, Lightroom or Capture One?
Sadly, Lightroom. Thanks, Adobe.
Huh? Is
Yeah.
that related to a recent price increase at all?
I haven't checked.
Yeah,
I've just avoided it. I did
yeah,
see there is a video of someone who's like a lot of people are starting to cover more and more alternatives to Lightroom. So if I
yeah,
can take my very good presets and move them somewhere else,
yeah. Shout
we could
out
talk.
Dave Herring. Like, hey Dave,
Yeah.
let's get those presets working in Darkroom.
Yeah, they're in
Oh,
Capture One now, but Capture One still also has a monthly model again.
yeah. Dark Table
Yeah.
is the Linux open
Okay.
sourcey, super cool. Emily, previously of this parish,
Yes. Yeah. Is that her? They
she's
actually
still
had a
there.
recent video, didn't she? That's gone
She
really
did.
well.
She
Yeah.
did. We'll have to link to it. We've gone off topic, which is the best. Is a phone camera a real camera?
Yeah. Of course.
Cool. Yeah. Polaroid or Instax?
Polaroid.
Okay. Nothing quite hits like a Polaroid. But
No,
you're
I
right. You
I
might
had the
take
pull
seven.
apart ones as well, the land ones,
Oh,
the one
right.
prop. Yeah. Yeah.
Proper.
Once you've had that, there is no going back ever.
Yeah. No. Fair. And then final question, biggest question: black and white or color?
Color.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. There you go.
Yeah. I think I have to say color, considering I sold a monochrome to buy an M10. So it's
Yes.
like if I said black and white, it's like that's what?
Yeah. If you said black and white, you'd have something to think about on the drive home.
Yeah, that would have sort of
Like,
been a real introspective thing of like, oh, what did I do? Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh no. Yeah. No, I think you do right. Go back and listen to Hugh talking about you know that
Yes.
guy shoots exclusively black and white, but in color to use the color channels to do the thing, right? So I think if you can do it, we can too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I absolutely adored that monochrome and like the M3. I basically shot 95% black and white film through it. So it was very, very rare that I would shoot color. And then as soon as Bronte was born, it's all I wanted to do was shoot color.
Oh, that's
Um,
interesting.
so it was yeah, it was a weird shift, kind
Hmm.
of. Because I do see photos that we, have cycling on a little digital frame from the monochrome, and I'm like, oh, they were good. And
Yeah.
then, I'm like, yeah, I'd get another one, but I'd still keep this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is tricky. I shot with a Q2 mono when I was in
Mm.
Wetzlar a couple of years ago, and they let me borrow one for an afternoon. And I ran around and I loved it. And you'll know this because I mentioned it on the show. But like I don't know. I really, I ever since I read that book, I just can't. I can't quite let go. Actually, what I have been doing recently is really enjoying photos that are color, but the light is such that you almost can't tell. You know, the either it's
Yes.
very
Yeah. Okay.
dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's either very dark or the snowy scenes, you know, where you've got such high contrast and so
Yep.
much snow, and you just don't, yeah, you don't really know, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of the nature of those monochrome cameras, and like shooting that is just intent of where
Mm,
the final product is going, so
yeah,
you're already mentally there. And that's what I found when I had the mono. Was like I didn't take it everywhere
yeah,
because it was sort of like, well, no, I'm in the mindset of that. Whereas when I had it, and then I was like, okay, I kind of want to shoot color though, so I'd grab my S1, and then I'd look at my mono, and I'm like, but I want that,
yes,
and that sort of went, oh yeah, the M10 exists,
it totally does.
and yeah,
And so
yeah,
do like 240s. Sean Edwards is a listener to the show who has been emailing me about he's just picked up a 240 and
yep,
is just giving that thing a workout. It's brilliant to see. It's really, really wonderful.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. The M240s were really nice. I really liked how I had the 246, so the monochrome based off the 240.
yeah,
And the biggest difference between the color one and the black and white one was the black and white one just couldn't see in the dark. And
yeah,
I think if you look back at like the images that I shot, it's sort of like 200, 400, 25,000. Like I just went straight to the top and went, fine.
yeah.
And was never a worry
It's
of
never a problem.
being like, yeah, max it out, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It
I
just looks
found,
incredible.
yeah, I was very recently have I dared to go above like 1600. I think I just had it
Yeah.
in my brain that I was still shooting with a Nikon D40 from 2007. And I've been in that mode for nearly 20 years. And then suddenly now I let the ISO jump around and just don't worry about it. And
Well, I
it's
was looking
life
back at
changing.
that image that I sent you as a print
Mm. Yeah.
was ISO 4000.
Yeah. Wow. You would not
Um,
know at all.
so
Super
yeah,
trim.
Panasonic S1 does a great job.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the way, this is for listeners. I apologize, or viewers, because I'm just gonna go fully into like you're just now watching me and Tom have a chat. But I'm gonna reuse your cardboard tube to send you a picture,
Oh, cool.
because I got one at the weekend that I think is kind of complementary and different. And so it kind of
Oh,
fits
that'd be
like
amazing.
that would be the picture that I should send you. So this
Oh,
week while Alice
perfect.
is away, I'm going to print it, make sure it's all nice like, and then yeah, gonna give the printer behind me a workout. That's where is it?
Amazing.
It's there. I can't point
Did
to
you
the
see
address.
the Thomas Heaton video that he did recently? Because he bought that big Canon roll printer, and then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've got it in my like must watch category for thing. But my understanding is that the selfie printer gets a workout, and he has
Yes.
some thoughts.
Yes. Yeah. I think just print things and have them physically because it's a nice. He's right. Like having the picture is the main thing, more so than all sorts of other aspects of this of quality and things like that. If you're not archiving, it's a bit like when Ben Fratnali was talking about scanning a little while ago. He's
Yep.
like, here's the settings I use for scanning, but please bear in mind we're scanning Polaroids here, right? Like
Yes. Yes.
let's not get carried away. And actually, I can preempt this week's episode if I'm quick and get this uploaded properly. Alex, who I'm speaking, not this week's episode, 2 weeks from now. Alex, who I'm speaking to in 2 weeks, has done a book. Ted Forbes talked about it. It's how I found him. It's called
Yep.
End of the Roll. They found some photography by this woman called Alice Longstaff, who took photos in Hebden Bridge in Yorkshire. And he puts in the book the settings he used to scan the negatives, which is
Yeah.
quite interesting. Up front, he's like, "This is the sweet spot between detail and it all going horribly wrong, basically."
Yeah, it's funny that kind of stuff because when I used to work in a camera store, and through knowing people who know people who end up just becoming all good friends, a friend of mine rang me once and said, "Hey, I'm moving overseas for a year. Um, if you can get my scanner out of my house, you can keep it." Which does suggest
Okay.
that there is some form of size, weight, uh,
Yes.
some kind of intrigue to it. It was a Frontier SP 2000. Um,
Wow.
and this is a small, again, Australia, small in terms of like density of population.
Yeah.
I've tracked it back from two people, and it used to be in Taronga Zoo, from my understanding.
Wow. Okay.
But that, so I used to do sort of just like scanning work for the company I worked for, and people would be like, "What resolution is it?" I'm like, "It's a line scanner. It is.
Yeah.
It's 1 1 1 1 1 1, and then it keeps going."
Yeah. Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, that I
Very,
miss
very
that.
cool.
Yeah, Bessie was her
Mm.
name.
Of
She
course.
needed two. She needed two computers
Right.
because the
Wow.
2000 was never meant. The concept of digitizing it to a
Mm.
CD was like not a thing when the 2000 existed. When the
Right.
3000 came out, which had basically a big Hasselblad Imicon medium format sensor in it, that was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's fine. But the 2000, the second computer was a control computer
Yeah.
where you sort of tricked it into outputting files. Um,
Amazing.
so you had to like turn them on in order to make
Yeah.
them work properly, and the one inside of Bessie was running Window NT. So it was,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, shout out Windows NT. God.
yeah,
Yeah. Do you know what the
yeah.
NT
So
stood for in Windows NT?
no,
New technology, I believe.
new technology. I love it. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, Bessie's still running, so they didn't die. They just
No.
keep going.
Yeah.
It's
That's
yeah,
amazing.
but it is funny when you try and chase up like, how do I do this? How do I get into that? It's like I had an A4 sheet of paper that someone handwritten, like the settings, and
Mm.
it was like I went through Fuji, I went through these 9 people, and it was like, this is the only person who told me how to do just this.
Yeah.
And that's all the people that know. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. I'm not going to touch it. I'm
Yeah.
just going to leave it with what you've left it at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's the thing is, it's the knowledge we lose along the way. Like it's almost like we have to make sure we write these things down and that we hand
Yeah,
on the craft. It's to segue onto like and closing thoughts and stuff like that's why I think conversations like this and why things exist and why I'm so grateful to you for supporting the show and listening and being such an advocate and a fan is because I think there's value in conversations like this because if this prompts
absolutely. Yeah.
someone to be interested in finding out more about those kinds of scanners or they go off and like then hopefully 5 years from now I'm having a conversation with someone who listened to this and then was like I went and found out about all these mad scanners
I made a horrible financial decision,
yes.
but it's in my garage and I love it.
Exactly. But isn't that loving things? Isn't that what this
Yeah.
is all about? Like, we've all done that. Like, I was looking after talking to James at the weekend there on the podcast. I was looking at Contax G45 lenses this morning, converted to M. That's a mistake. But
Who
they're
does
also
that?
on
There's
sale.
a company in Britain that does conversions like that because they were the ones who did the Contax 38
Right.
that's in my Contax T1 that I
Yeah.
really desperately want as an M mount.
Right.
So I think they're
They'll
out of
do
the
that.
kits. But if they
Huh.
do that again,
Yeah. Yeah. That could happen.
might have bad financial decisions to make.
We all do. Cool. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, mate. I really, really appreciate this. This is loads of fun.
No,
And
thank you for having me.
always. And yeah, let's do this not just because it's going to go onto YouTube. We can do
Absolutely.
this whenever we like, and talk about scanners and stuff. And I can then tell you about how the space behind me. I could definitely fit a scanner in there.
Well, you could fit a scanner and an M5 on top of it.
The dream. One day. Maybe I don't know.
No, Patreon, make it happen.
I think you
There's just an
wildly
M5 tier
overestimate.
that creeps it. There's an M5 tier that creeps in now.
Yeah, it's just one tier, and it's like $1,000, and that's how we do that. Yeah, we're covering.
Yeah,
Hey, we're
it's
covering the cost
support
of the
and
website.
support plus the dream. Yeah.
Support plus the dream. Yeah, amazing. When I do that, will there be support plus the rent for the place I have to go and live when Alice kicks me out for spending too much money on scanners and cameras?
We could be like, I didn't buy it. The Patreon made me do it.
Yes, it was the patrons.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, they voted for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You just put up a poll with one option, and that's
Then
it.
it's democratic. I love this. This is great.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
this has
I'm
been
going to go and
cut from
workshop.
2 minutes. If this doesn't see the internet, it's because this is being used as a tool to get more things.
Yeah, yeah. In case I have to cut it, let's like stand awkwardly in a very different spot so the jump cut is really obvious. Like, Ian approves this. Click. Yeah, cool. All right, mate. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Have
No,
an
thank you.
amazing evening.
You too.
All right, take care. Bye.
See ya.